Hey, Angela Bowland here. I just set up a nice new little studio for better lighting. I just want to talk to you tonight about something that I feel in my spirit that God wants to say to all the beautiful broken women. And this is the verse he gave me. It's Isaiah 61, and I'm just going to read it. I gotta get my spectacles on here. It says, "The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, and the oil of gladness instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They'll be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor." And I'm got my book here, More Than Mudflap. And like I said before, I just feel like the calling on this book is to bind up the brokenhearted and set the captives free. Just because that is something that God has personally done in my life. And I just keep hearing this song, and I'm going to sing it to you guys. And I really feel like this is the calling on this book. And it goes, "Nations, they will come, holding broken chains above their heads, singing, 'We have overcome by the blood of the Lamb.' And Jesus, you're worth it all. Every nation and every soul. Jesus, you're worth it all. Every nation and every soul. Oh, 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 Jesus, you're worth it all." And I just keep hearing that over and over this book, because I just really feel like the subtitle is "Raising a Banner of Virtue to the Nations." And I feel like this book will go into the nations, and it will help break those chains. I feel like it'll break the few things that I went through in this book. Get ready, here's some of my testimony in this book. And this is why little children cannot come to my book readings, okay? So one of the things that when I lived in Florida, I had a brand new baby. My husband had been sentenced to prison for 2 years. And I got super desperate, and my friend had become she quit the restaurant and she became a dancer. And she stepped in line one day at the grocery store, and I'm starving, and I'm having a hard time buying formula for my baby, having a hard time putting gas in my car, and she just pulls out all these, like this huge wad of $1 bills. And I'm like, "What you been up to, girl? What's going on here?" And so she told me about this club that she had been dancing at, and she was like, you should go there. Even if you just be a cocktail waitress, you're going to make more than if you stay, I was actually working at Bluebeard's down in I don't remember. It was in St. Petersburg somewhere. And John's Pass. That's where it was, John's Pass. And down there at that time, I was making $2.13 an hour because I was a tipped employee, and it was hurricane season. I wasn't bringing home any money, and so I was tempted. Okay, yeah. And anyway, so I did that for a few nights, and then I actually got followed home by a stalker, and so that ended my dancing career. And another thing that I have been, that God has actually completely broken the chains of my life from, was, well, I guess you'll have to read the book. I'm going to leave you like that for tonight. And yeah, so go ahead and find the book. I'm fixing to have a book reading and signing at Simply Vintage. It's actually a Glow Beauty Room and Simply Vintage. It's actually right next to the old bank. If you look at the bank, the old bank downtown Eureka, it's on the left-hand side where Cassie's Closet used to be. Anyway, I'll be there Tuesday. You can get a signed copy of my book there on Tuesday, 5 to 7, and the reading will start at 5:30. Or you can also just go on Amazon and purchase my book. Okay, thanks for watching.